Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of The Right Swipe. I'm Briannah and this is my co-host Peter Schwartz.
I just swiped left.
Oh, you swiped left?
That's a whole other show on a different publisher.
Oh no.
Yeah.
All right.
Right swipe.
So are we going to recut that?
No, we're going with it. So today's episode, we are talking about the age differences
In relationships.
Yeah. And I think we'll also be talking a little bit about the age differences within the hosts on this very show. Mm-hmm. I would love to actually kick off with a quote, which I think is so funny, but from Mark Twain.
Okay.
Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter.
Or to quote the late Aaliyah, age ain't nothing but a number.
That's it.
There you go.
Have you heard of this golden equation?
I've heard of it, that rule that no one really knows where it came from, but it just
Right.
sort of became a thing and kind of a...
Well, yeah, sorry, I forgot
They've
to
had a
mention,
little
by the
time
way,
back,
we have John Cena and Chewbacca here.
Yeah.
And that is for a reason.
How many years apart do you think they are?
They're hundreds of years apart. Chewbacca is actually a few hundred years old.
Wow.
Yeah,
But they seem to be getting along just fine.
famously.
I will fuck you, all right? I will enter you.
So here's what it is, and we can discuss whether or not it's reasonable.
Okay.
And the equation simply is that I think you take your age and you divide it by half, and then you add 7. That consistent addition of 7 makes it reasonable, and behind this you'll be able to see sort of a graphic representation of what it is, but it makes it reasonable to date no matter what. So for example, I'm 39, we'll call it 40, so 27 ought to be my jumping off point.
Your golden number.
26 and a half.
Okay.
Whereas, well, it doesn't really count for you because you'd be eligible to date like a 17-year-old.
That's what I was doing the math before I came on here. I'm like, is there a rule about dating up though?
So take your age, subtract 7, so 13, multiply by 2, so you can date a 26-year-old.
I found a couple of different interesting facts as well. A study conducted by Emory University found that couples with a 5-year gap in age are 18% more likely to divorce, and couples with a 30-year age gap are a whopping 172% more likely to divorce.
So it gets, so the wider the age difference, the greater the likelihood of failure.
Exactly.
What do you think most American couples are?
I don't know. I think maybe 3 to 4 years, give or take.
33% are within 1 year of each other.
1 year? Mm-hmm. So I found another interesting stat that says every year that you are apart
Yeah.
makes you 3% more likely to divorce.
You know, it's looking like, statistically speaking, age plays a humdinger of a role.
Yeah.
A really kind of big one.
So if you want to be together forever, you're realistically, statistically, you should only be like a month apart.
There was this study done recently that was, I think it talked about the ideal age, not in terms of statistical success, but in terms of desire. And you know, who you should be with and who you want to be with often are different things, right? If you read any Taylor Swift lyric, you would know this. And they found that what happens is women like men, typically, who are 2 to 3 years older than they are. And that's true of women in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. Once you tip into the 50s, the 50-year-old ladies seem to find 46 the ideal age. Well, listen, I'm gonna cut to the chase, which is simply this, that guys in their early 20s prefer women in their early 20s.
Yeah.
Guys in their 30s, the entire 30s, like women who are 20. Not 21.
I could see
Look at
that.
your smile beaming ear to ear. we're gonna actually cut back to this episode on her 21st birthday and see how much she's smiling then, my friends.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
But at the moment, guys in their 30s like women who are 20. Guys who are in their 40s like women who are 20. And this sort of remains on as the ideal, sort of desired age.
So you're saying that I should basically pull a Walt Disney and like free myself right now?
Yes,
like
push
free,
pause.
Not freeze,
If you have the pause button,
myself.
push pause. So that's what people like. And statistically, we've talked about what people should do.
Yeah.
The question is sort of from a social standpoint, what's reasonable? just because we're gossipy hookers like anyone else,
Yeah.
let's throw up some awesome, juicy celebrity relationships that have a fair bit of years in between each other.
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about the people that are dating that are like the same age, but what fun is that?
Exactly, it's not fun.
Who cares?
Like that.
So, simple one. Let's go for like a big one. Jason Statham and Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, who was in the.
Mad Max.
She was in Mad Max, yes.
Mad Max and Victoria's Secret.
I mean, if that's what 48 looks like, I mean,
We can only hope
I have
that.
no trepidation about
Exactly,
aging, you know, whatsoever. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, 17 years.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Taylor Johnson and Sam Johnson, 24 years. But the cool part is he's
Younger.
younger.
Yeah.
He's 25, she's 49.
Well, actually, I brought up a stat before that said in 60 kids, so obviously 67% of relationships, the male is older than the female, but 20% of the relationships, the female is older.
So I think we're gonna play a little bit of age compatibility trivia, just so that we're clear. I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions that relate to the time that I grew up in, and you're gonna do the same, and we'll see A, if we know them, and B, if we sort of like these things too.
Okay.
So here we go. You start. Let's do this.
Okay, so what's a dab?
What's a deb?
Not deb, like my
Oh,
ex,
dab?
but yeah.
Dance.
How did it originate?
Ding. Oh, shit. How did it
Yeah, like,
it's like
where
a
did it-
two-part question.
Like what? Like who? Like how did it come to be such a thing?
Ugh.
Because that's like everyone.
I could be a
gets
loser
really
and say
bad.
Harlem Shake, but I don't think that's it. So loser. Oh, God. I should almost lose a point for that.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
It's a dance that started out in Atlanta, like a dance move. It became popular. And we started to see it in sports, actually, as a celebratory move. When everyone would, like, when someone would score a touchdown, Cam Newton was doing it. Every time he would score a touchdown, he would just dab. And then LeBron started doing it, and then Diddy started doing it, and now it's just dab. What's a Kimoji?
No, I don't know. I can't say that I do.
So earlier this year, Kim Kardashian released an app
Nice. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
broke the App Store twice.
Yeah.
And it was a bunch of emojis that were just Kim-centric.
Have you ever been Kimoji? Like, has a dude ever Kimoji'd you?
I don't even think I've ever used a Kimoji. Or
Do you have
been
the app?
Kimoji.
Do you have the app?
I do not.
Okay, you will be receiving a Kimoji text from me within the next day. All right, mother sucker. You ready for my game?
All right, yeah. Okay.
Let's go. So you're familiar with the robots in disguise. They're like robot toys, they're vehicles, and they turn into robots.
Okay.
I'm sure you're familiar with them.
Transformers.
Correct. My question is, what were the toys that were not the Transformers, they were the other ones? Also had a TV show, very popular at the time.
I don't know. Power Rangers?
GoBots.
GoBot.
They were the GoBots.
The GoBot.
And they were like the shittiest Transformers came out and you could really like transform them in cool ways. GoBots were like, it's transformed. They sucked. I think you can get this. It's a TV show, and if you look it up on IMDb, they sort of describe the show as a soapy the show is about the soapy backstabbing machinations of an oil magnate and his family.
Wait, what?
Now they also remade the show a few years ago. I'm so happy because I'm smoking it right now.
I have no idea.
Dallas. Have you heard of Dallas?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I didn't know that was like the premise of the show.
Yeah, it was like a rich oil dude.
No.
Or wait, it's also the Bush presidency. It's
Okay.
like those are both acceptable answers.
There you go. I was
Yeah.
a twinkle in my mother's uterus at the time.
I don't think that's the expression.
Whatever.
I think it goes slightly differently. So let's go to the next segment, Tinder fail of the week.
The Tinder fail.
And this is a bad one.
Hey, I'd love to make you breakfast tomorrow morning.
Looks like you've got about 620 miles to drive then. I like my eggs scrambled.
I'll take my private jet. Should I bring my own eggs?
I've got those covered. They're actually ovulating, so perfect timing.
Awesome, I'm on my way. Where am I going?
Nashville, Tennessee. I'll be wearing boots and a cowboy hat. You can't miss me. We have to catch up with Mark and find out if he's like expecting.
Yeah, we'll get our people to call his people.
Is Marky here pregnant?
Now we're gonna take a look at the top stories from AskMen this week. So the first one from Alex Manley is, we looked at the most 10 effective pickup lines.
Ugh. pickup lines.
Anyway, let's just, we'll see what he had to say.
So, okay.
So a girl walks up to you in a bar.
Yeah, has never happened,
Or
but let's
like a guy walks
dream.
up to a girl in a bar and goes, "Excuse me, is the seat taken?"
I'd give that a solid. If this is like Dancing with the Stars, you give it like sort of a 0. I'd give it a 1.
I take the gas, like I take my lighter and I burn my cards.
With one sort of, I give it timeout.
Okay.
Because any guy who's cool can say fucking anything, and it's cool. So if you walk up and own the irony of "is this seat taken," like it can be totally good.
It can be funny.
It can be funny because it's so shit.
Yeah.
But if you're like a lose bar and you think that's a real line, like stop. Do not do this.
Don't stop. Cease and desist.
This is not acceptable. So I give it a 1 because it takes balls to approach a woman. But that's it. There was one last one that there is some good advice out there on. It's, hey, you have a really nice.
I like that one.
Okay. I want to hear more about that.
Okay,
so you have a very nice
smile. Cute.
Hey, you have a really nice smile.
But if a guy comes up to me and be like, "Hey, you have a really nice rack," I'm gonna be like,
No. We're not talking about, like, that's clearly offensive.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool if someone comes up and says, "Hey, I really like that purse. Like, what is that?" Or I like your pants. Something a little less obvious.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that might be a
Yeah, I
cooler?
think that's, when it's something original, you're like, fuck, thanks. Like we like women do like work hard to put themselves together well, and like it's nice when a guy notices. So next week we're going to be talking about the importance of knowing your partner's sexual history. So before we go, we want to hear all of your comments. We might feature them on the show. Send us your videos. Send us your craziest stories. Send us, your 2 cents, and we'll delve right into it.
Importance of sexual history.
Yeah, it's interesting. So it's
touchy.
Anyway.
We have to share some comments because I'm sure a lot of you are very sort of activated on this topic, right?
Yeah, it's
some of you don't want to know.
Fully locked and loaded.
And then some of us want to know, a lot.
Anyway.
So make sure you leave some comments below so that we can feature them in the show. And we are going to have a really cool expert talking about. Do we know who that expert is just yet? I think it's Oprah.
I think it might be Oprah.
Yeah, I think Oprah's coming in to talk about the importance of sexual. No, it's Oprah.
No, I think we might be reviving Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh my God, amazing.
Oh yeah.
You have to tune in and see.
Oh yeah. Until next
Thanks,
time,
y'all.
guys.
Swipe right.
All right. Keep swiping.
Ciao.
La la